Hey everybody, this is Shannon again. Listen, today's video is going to be a little different in that we're going to talk about politics. And we're going to talk about politics today because we are in a true constitutional crisis. And as someone who fell in love with the law at the age of 6 and who has been practicing law exclusively in the government space for 26 years, this is excruciating. So what do I mean by constitutional crisis? All right. One of the founding principles of our government, of our country, is the separation of powers doctrine. And what does that mean? We have 3 branches of government. One branch is the legislative. Legislative branch writes the laws. The next is the executive branch. The executive branch on a federal level is the president. And through executive orders and through the work of his executive agencies, they enforce the law. And then you have the judiciary, and the judiciary determines what is lawful. They interpret the law. Okay, so if there's a law and something happens pursuant to this law that results in litigation and it goes to the judiciary and the courts determine that it is not lawful, it is not lawful. And in ordinary times, the executive branch will cease operating under that law because that law and that activity that led up to the litigation has been determined unlawful by the courts. Well, this current president has made it clear that he will not honor a judicial court orders. He says that the court and his vice president as well doesn't have legitimate authority to tell an executive branch what to do. That nothing could be further from the truth. So that means that our democracy is at stake. That means that we are steps away from a lawless society. So what do we do? What can we do? Well, the first thing we can do, as we see, this president is not interested in honoring the power that is in the legislature, as he is usurping or attempting to usurp their authority to be the purse of America. He does not care what the judiciary says, so he needs to leave. He needs to be impeached. Now, how do we impeach? Well, the first step, and this is why I'm here with you today, the first step is by articles of impeachment, and those will be filed with the House of Representatives. And how do we do that? We need a simple majority. There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. You need a simple majority. So that means you need 218 votes to vote or to file the articles of impeachment. Right now, the current breakdown is 220 Republicans, 215 Democrats. And so we were told that we have to wait to midterms. Now, yeah, there are things that we can do at midterms, but there's something we can do right now. And that is the purpose of this video. Okay, there are 2 seats in Florida, the 1st Congressional District and the 6th Congressional District. And those seats are vacant. They were once held. The incumbents were Republicans, but those 2 people have attained positions within the current president's cabinet. So those 2 positions are vacant, and thankfully that there are Democrat candidates running for both positions. So what we can do to gain traction and to gain 2 more seats to get us closer to the 218 that we need, to get us from 215 to 217, we can contribute to their campaigns. So I've already included the link in the caption or in the comments of this video for Gay Vallimont for the 1st Congressional District in Florida and for Josh Will in the 6th Congressional District. But it doesn't stop there. We could actually get a 3rd seat. The current, I think it's the New York 21st Congressional District. That person is going to be the U.S. ambassador to the UN. She's also Republican. It's a very, very heavy Republican district. But there's talks that the governor may not allow for a special election. The election that I was speaking of for Florida happens April 1st. So that's why this is so important that we act, and we act now, because we have 6 weeks to actually get this done to contribute to those campaigns. It's not clear what will happen with the New York position and who's running and if there will in fact be a special election. But if it is, let's keep our eye open so that we can gain that position too. This is not a drill. This is not a dress rehearsal. We are in trouble. We are in true trouble. We are steps away from a lawless society, and we have to gain and take advantage of each opportunity we have to gain ground. Okay. And again, I know that nearly half of us did not vote for this. Half of us did what we needed to do to vote for the rights of all people, for our seniors, our most vulnerable, for our immigrants, for our children. We did the right thing to do, correct? And I am a card-carrying member of the 92% crew. I get it. I understand how frustrating and hurtful and angering it is to see the FAFO, the Fool Around and Find Out videos, or the MAGA Regrets videos. I wouldn't dare tell us that we have to get over it and do this. No, we have to process our feelings and deal with what we're dealing with while we act and while we work to gain as much traction and as much ground as we possibly can. Because our country, the future of our country, which means the future of us all as a collective, truly depends on it, okay? So please, please, please share the campaign links to those two Florida Congressional District campaign links. Send 5, 10, 15, 20, put whatever you can on it. Send it to everyone that you can, and let's get this done, all right? I love y'all. Bye.